Hi, everybody!
Why did you just take a painful shit on the entry of our show?
Because it's Halloween!
No, it's not.
It's spooky!
It's not for like 2 more weeks.
It's Halloween. We celebrate all month, and you know that.
You could call it October, but you can't call it Halloween yet.
Halloween is a month long.
Okay.
And if everyone isn't wearing a costume all month, I'm gonna get real mad.
Play the theme song. Because it's relevant.
Yeah, I feel like we can only watch this show at Halloween. Or adjacent to it.
What is adjacent to Halloween?
October! God, you're the one who's policing when I can say it's Halloween.
You implied that there was something beyond October.
There is. It's November.
You're stupid. I'm quitting the show.
You can't quit the show. You're half of it.
That's exactly why I can't quit it. I'm taking it down with me.
No. Don't leave me here alone.
This is a power play.
God, you imagine me doing this show alone? I wouldn't know what to do.
Well, you could try a puppet.
Well, now I want to. You've dangled the carrot.
Well, good. Then I can quit the show in peace.
We'll
I have
see.
my successor.
All right. I'll mull that one over. I'll think about it. Oh, we record this possibly final episode with Mel. We watched Costume Quest again.
Yeah, because it's that time.
It's that time of year. I mean, this show aired in March originally, so, like, what were they doing?
Yeah, why are we so beholden to October?
Because it's clearly autumn in the show, right?
Yeah.
Look at the palette.
Yeah.
Why would they air this in March?
It's clearly autumn in the show because it's Halloween.
That too. Anyway, this episode is called The Best Offense, and it's written by Brian Caselli, who also wrote the first episode, and Amalia Levari, who wrote for Over the Garden Wall and Centaur World. I haven't watched either of those. I've been meaning to watch Over the Garden Wall for a decade, but I've never gotten around to it. Have you seen it?
No, I hear it's good.
Yeah, me too. I don't know why I didn't watch it. I was finishing up. Oh, I know why I didn't watch it, because it came out in my last year of uni and I just didn't have the time.
That was like 50 years ago.
It was exactly 10 years ago to the minute. Yeah, this episode aired on Amazon Prime on March 8th, 2019, same day as the first episode. I think they did like half the season in March and then half the season closer to actual Halloween. You know, like the whole season should have been. They could have just held back the whole season for Halloween.
No.
Okay, you're right. We're at Nougatown.
We were there once before.
Yeah, it's the theme park.
Do you think they sell nougat?
No, I don't think they sell nougat. I think you can only win it as prizes.
Oh.
I'd be very surprised if they sell it.
I mean, theme parks have like stores that you can buy things from.
Yeah,
souvenirs.
But this is like a smaller one, so they probably don't have... I grew up in a town with a small theme park.
Oh my god, always back to the theme park town.
I know how it works.
I know everything about theme parks because I lived inside of a roller coaster for 12 years. My foot was stuck and I couldn't get out.
I wish you wouldn't bring up my trauma so flippantly. It was a serious time in my life.
Yeah, well. It's time for some post-traumatic growth.
But it's usually like all... They don't really have like gift shops. They just have arcades and like crane game machines. If you
Do
want
you
any
think
souvenirs,
if
you got to win them.
beat Street Fighter so good, you punch Guile in the face so hard that nougat comes out of the machine?
I hope so. I want that. So this is where we meet Woodrow, the guy in the tickets booth.
Yeah, he has a really big role.
Yeah. He's played by Max Mittelman, who played Dudley in the first episode. So we've talked about him before.
I don't remember who Dudley was.
He was the guy who already had a costume but bought all the other costumes because he wanted extras.
Oh, okay. I forgot about that.
He was the reason that they couldn't get an Abe Lincoln Jr. costume at the beginning.
He's the reason they're stuck in this.
Yeah. So apparently Reynolds is friends with Woodrow because they're both nougat nerds.
Just nerds in general.
Did you see the headlines on Woodrow's newspaper? I wrote them down.
I sure did.
Reasons to hide forever. I mean, it could be worse. And local cat is cute, has little feets. Pretty good headlines.
Pretty good local paper. I'd subscribe.
So because Reynolds is friends with Woodrow, they get let into the park early before anybody else. But some kind of shadow follows them in.
Uh-oh.
I kind of feel like that didn't... Like, was that just the little grubbin dude? Because it looked bigger.
Probably. I mean, shadows always look big and intimidating for no
That's
reason.
true.
And then it's a teeny tiny little guy.
That's true. This was an especially teeny tiny little guy if that was him. They're in the arcade training. They're going to do some training in their costumes.
But first they gotta transform in their costumes.
Yeah, I really want to know more about Bubbles the game. Not as boring as you think.
I don't know. I hear it's pretty boring.
And it's not as boring as you think. That's what I hear anyway. But, you know, depends how boring you think it is. It might still be boring.
That's true.
But we don't really get an indication of what kind of game it is.
That's not exactly why we're here.
I know, but why did they show it to us?
Why did they show us the goofy headlines?
Well, they didn't really show us the goofy headlines. They were incidental. But Bubbles the game gets a close-up.
Well, it's because she's channeling the sea. She's thinking ocean thoughts so she can become the jellyfish.
I just really thought there was going to be some reason that Bubbles the game was drawn to our attention, you know?
No.
Yeah, I guess not. Reynolds is in Toddler Town, struggling to activate his costume.
Toddler Town is just kind of a tiny little part of the arcade encircled by a train.
Yeah. You just put the toddlers there while you go to play the arcade games, I guess.
Yeah, they're too scared to cross the track in case the train comes.
And there's all these animatronic characters talking to... Well, they're not exactly animatronic. They're just like speakers.
Yeah, nothing so fancy.
Yeah, but they're giving him words of encouragement as he transforms. He struggles to activate his costume, right? What were the costumes again? We've got Ren in Abe Lincoln Jr., Everett is the robot, Lucy is the jellyfish, and Reynolds is the magician.
The worst of the lot.
Yeah, he's the one who transforms the least. He just gets taller.
I just mean because who wants to be a magician?
I don't know. I thought some of the stuff he did was pretty cool.
Listen, wizard, I'm all for. Magician? Creepy.
Okay.
Never trust a magician.
I see your point, yeah. A magician is kind of a fake wizard, huh?
Yeah.
Yeah, the more I think about it, the more I'm like, even as a kid, I don't think I would have wanted that costume.
I was a wizard as a kid, not some lame magician. I did real magic.
The only good magician is a magician who is secretly a master thief posing as a magician.
The only good magician is a dead magician.
Oh, wow. Sorry to all our magician listeners.
Take the plunge, become a wizard.
But that's... I don't know, man. You gotta make some deals.
No, that's if you want to be a witch.
Isn't it both a little bit?
Witches and warlocks both have, like, patrons that they derive their powers from.
Right. Wizards
Magicians are different. Or not magicians, wizards.
Now
Magicians
you're
are
mixing
fake.
them up. Magician is a pretend wizard.
Yeah.
Tell everyone. Tell the
Wizard
people.
face.
Wizard face. Anyway, they're all powered up and they and they leave. And there's a little grubbin following them. He's ugly and I don't like him.
Wow, rude.
He's weird.
He's a little monster guy.
Even his own people don't seem to like him.
Yeah, they're all rude. They're just laughing and making fun of him because he's Jerry.
So they're training using Whack-A-Noog, which I kind of loved. I'm a big fan of weird themed whack-a-mole games. Reynolds gets 0 points because he made the Noogs vanish instead of whacking them. But, you know, it's pretty fancy.
It is, but you find out that they were just like in his sleeve the whole time, and we have to watch him manually put all the nougats back.
I did think that was really funny. Because he's like, the real trick is making them reappear. But then instead, you'd think he would just like throw the sheet over it again, and then when he pulls it off their back, but he just pulls them out of his sleeve and one by one places them back in the holes. That made me laugh. Lucy electrocutes them with her jellyfish powers. And it looks like she only gets 1 point, but to me it looked like it was just that all the other number displays were broken.
That's what I thought too.
But it doesn't come up again.
Like, her attack wasn't ineffective.
Yeah.
It just didn't, I mean, it busted the machine unlike the other ones.
Yeah, you can see that all the other displays have cracks on them after that. So I think she actually got a higher score than that, and it's just that only one number displayed.
Right. I don't know why they would use that metric. Just looking at the number when smoke is coming out of the machine.
Yeah, I would definitely say that hers was the most impressive. I mean, the robot was pretty cool with his laser.
Yeah, lasers are fun.
Personally, I thought the least impressive one was Abe Lincoln's log rockets. Ren decides that they need to fight each other, so they have to. She chooses a partner for her tag team, and I love as she's like looking at them all, trying to decide who her partner's going to be. Everett gives a thumbs up, and then his thumb opens up, and a smaller thumb rises up out of it. I thought that was funny.
Everybody knew she was going to pick Everett because she's rigging the teams.
Yeah. The little goblin guy stealing nougat out of a machine. See, it's a machine. It's like it's a prize in the machine. I'm telling you.
I don't know why you can't have both.
Because why would you want to win nougat if you can just buy it? I guess maybe it would be cheaper if you won it.
Yeah, exactly. Plus, you don't get the dopamine hit of winning it if you buy it.
So do you think nobody buys it? I wouldn't buy it.
I'd probably buy it. I don't have luck with games.
I think I would resent buying it. It would be like when Sega sold the ability to unlock all the secret characters in that Sega racing game. Like, yeah, you can play the game and unlock all the characters by winning races, or you can just pay money and unlock them all. It's like, why would I pay for that? I can win it.
I feel like that's a little different, because at some point, food has to enter my body. Why not now?
but it's only nougat.
So?
Okay.
You think I can survive on a diet of nougat?
I do think that. But you know, if you want to try it and we'll film it for a documentary, by all means.
Fine.
So we're at the mini golf course now, because every small theme park like this also has a mini golf course attached. That's just science.
You can't build a theme park without a mini golf course.
No, the one back home is it's like jungle dinosaur themed. There's like crashed planes and dinosaurs. I don't know what they were going for, but
you crash land in Jurassic Park.
Yeah, I guess that is basically what happened. So Everett and Reynolds fight each other, which basically just means Everett's shooting rockets at Reynolds, who's running around panicking.
Yeah, just throwing magician tricks out of his sleeves, because magicians suck.
And then Ren fights Lucy, who basically just gets punched in the face with a beard.
I hate when that happens.
It's pretty clear this is just like the DPS fighting the support members.
Right.
I really thought that the direction this episode was going to go was like, these guys are the support. Like they can't fight well, but they're healers or they're like buffers or whatever, you know?
I believe that of the jellyfish, but what can a magician do?
lay down a smoke
sleight
screen.
of hand and make you look elsewhere while he runs away.
Or while the other guy punches you in the face.
No, I don't think so.
Okay. I'm sure there's some kind of magic tricks that could do some magic things. Anyway, Lucy and Reynold try to quit the team, but they get interrupted by this little grubbin who wants their costumes, and he transforms into a scorpion after he eats some nougat.
Yeah, all monsters transform when they eat nougat, and they continue to transform forever if they keep eating nougat.
Yeah, that's a new thing we'll learn later. How interesting. Ren and Everett try to fight the scorpion monster, but they both get gooped to a mini golf mountain. And when Everett calls for Woodrow for help, we see that he's too busy applying roll-on deodorant.
That's not what he's doing.
Isn't it?
At the beginning of the episode, Reynolds gives him a fun fact that nougat used to be used as a deodorant. So he's actually just rubbing nougat on his armpits.
Oh, is that what it was? Okay, I completely missed that. I thought he was just putting deodorant on, and I thought that was kind of funny in a slice of life way.
No, there's no precedent for that.
You're right, it was a callback, and I just didn't notice. I wasn't paying close enough attention, clearly.
Clearly.
All right, it was more of a joke than I thought it was. So Reynold and Lucy fight the scorpion using their skills, and I guess it kind of shows their support, guys, but I don't think it does a very good job of it.
I feel like it shows more of Lucy's than Reynold.
Yeah, they basically just like bind the monster so that the other two can attack it. I feel like they should have like highlighted. I feel they could have highlighted more the idea that like these guys don't necessarily have to be fighters. They can help in their own way. But it felt a lot more like it was, yeah, no, you should fight. Everyone should fight. Fight everyone. Everyone fight.
Right. That is not how you run a raid. You gotta have a healer. You gotta have a tank.
Yeah.
Everybody wants to play DPS, and that's lame.
Yeah, right? I don't want to. When I first started, my first MMO that I played seriously was DC Universe Online. And at first I just wanted to be DPS because I was like, I don't want to get into all that nerd stuff. I don't want to learn how to play a video game. I just want to hit things. But after I played it for a couple months, I figured out what my role was. And I settled into being a controller, which meant that my whole thing was buffing my friends,
crowd control,
debuffing my enemies, and refilling everyone's, whatever it was called, the mana equivalent.
That's the problem that I ran into with Team Fortress 2. When you have an unskilled team, like everybody's running scout, everybody's running high DPS, and I like to play as medic. And if everybody's like crazy offensive, like it's hard to do your job right. Because everybody's just charging into the base, and I don't have time to keep up with everybody. But if you have people that actually play defensively, then it's easier.
I did, I mostly played Pyro.
Yeah.
And you can kind of play Pyro in a few different ways, but my way of playing it was always sneak around the back and cause some havoc just to like distract them so that other people could make a push on the main line. And I thought I was pretty good at that. I mean, I feel like we won most of the games we played.
Does that count when we're mostly up against children?
Yeah, because you're always mostly up against children if you're playing a video game.
I guess so.
Anyway, the scorpion explodes into a bunch of multicolored goo, revealing the grubbin inside again, who runs away.
Revealing the grubbin inside sounds like a self-help book.
Revealing the grubbin inside. Yeah, I was going to make some other joke, but the more I thought about it, the more I realized you were right. So, yeah, no, it's perfect. So Ren and Everett apologize for calling the other two sidekicks, and everyone goes to relax in the ball pit.
They called Reynold a lookout, which is even worse than a sidekick.
Oh, wow. But not inaccurate.
I mean, at least they gave the magician some role, more than he deserves.
But while they're relaxing in the ball pit, the grubbin shows up and steals their costumes. And that's the end of the episode.
They know that they can't they need to keep an eye on these costumes, and then they just leave them hanging outside to drip dry. Like,
Were they even wet?
yeah, they're covered in goo.
Well, that's goo, though.
I don't know, it's dripping. It's implied that it'll drip dry.
I suppose. Yeah, but they are very far away from where they hung them up.
And then they immediately get stolen.
Yep, and that's how it ends.
But there's more.
But there's another episode, and yeah, I did feel like, to me, it kind of felt like there was no need for this to be 2 episodes.
Right.
Because it just carries on directly into the next story anyway. But this one's called Belly of the Beast, and it's written by someone different. It's written by Levi Abrino, who wrote for the Harriet the Spy 2021 cartoon, which I didn't know existed. I know Harriet the Spy for the Nickelodeon movie in the 90s. Did you watch Harriet the Spy?
1,000 years ago.
Yeah, me too.
I don't remember it.
I rented it. Well, yeah, I guess I rented it. It was a weird rental situation. There was a guy who would come by with his car, and the trunk was full of VHS tapes, and we would give him money and borrow some of them, and then he would come back the next week and take them again. It was weird. But Harriet the Spy was one of the ones he had. So the kids are chasing the Grubbin through the woods, who has their costumes. This is where we learn that his name is Jerry.
That's such a grubbin name to have.
Jerry is played by Max Mittelman again, who played Dudley and Woodrow in this show already. He's just like most of the voices, I feel like.
Good. He needs to be all of the voices.
So Jerry enters like this secret doorway. He puts some of his purple spit in a mouth, a little demon goblin mouth on the wall, and it opens up a door that leads into an old abandoned nougat mine.
It really stayed open for a long time, and I feel like that's a security risk.
Yeah.
Like, secret doors, I kind of assumed would shut as soon as they were entered.
Yeah, you'd think. Can we talk about the idea of a nougat mine for a second?
Is it like a treacle mine?
I have always loved the idea of like mining for candy. Just the idea, like you get a rich cookie dough vein, imagining all these little gnomes mining for candies deep in just the idea of candy as like a precious stone in the ground. I don't know, I think that's cool. I want it to be real.
A precious stone in the ground that bats spend centuries shitting all over, and then you put it in your mouth.
You gotta wash it off, obviously.
It's covered in sediment from years and years in the earth.
Mel, you know how many animals shit all over the fruit that you eat?
I don't eat fruit. I'm on a nougat diet.
Oh, I forgot. All right. That's more likely to have... fruit is more likely to have been shit on than anything that was buried deep underground.
No, it's just the idea of having to mine your food from a mountain somehow just feels worse than pulling it out of the earth or from a tree.
I'm not saying all food, just candy. I don't know why that changes anything, but that's what I'm saying. I like it.
If it's like the Big Rock Candy Mountain, maybe the gummy worms are just actual worms that crawl all over it.
Oh.
Because, like, not everything is a hard candy.
No, but I'm assuming...
You telling me gummy worms grow in a vein?
No, I would assume that gummy is like a molten liquid in its natural state.
Magma rising up.
Yeah, and it's like molten gummy, and then you wouldn't find it in the earth as a gummy worm. You would just find it as the molten liquid, and then you would pour that into a worm mold.
You're smelting gummy worms?
Yeah, exactly. Don't tell me this isn't cool. I know it's cool. It's only like the hard candies that would be like a vein of ore. Or no, they would be like gems. And ore would be like chocolate. Chocolate would be the equivalent of like the metals.
Why couldn't there be liquid chocolate? Why wouldn't that be a vein of magma running through the mountain? Chocolate can exist in multiple states. Maybe even a gas or a plasma.
Well, that's same as metal, right? You can melt metal down.
I suppose.
Yeah, I think different chocolates would be the equivalent to different metals. And hard candies would be the equivalent to gems. And soft candy would be magma.
How deep are you going to get these gummy worms? Damn.
You gotta go pretty deep. That's why they're the most concentrated sugar, because they're the deepest down.
What if there was a nearby volcano? And what if all of that gummy just like hardened into the world's giantest gummy worm?
Is it alive?
Probably not. But there are human corpses encased inside of it.
Oh.
Who couldn't evacuate the town fast enough.
Oh. Yeah? Anyway, Reynolds doesn't want to go in the nougat mine, but Ren insists they have to get their costumes back. So they go in the mine, and then they hide in a minecart full of nougat bars because they hear some grubbins coming. And they're just discussing dental hygiene.
Yeah.
But when I floss, my gums bleed.
Maybe because you're not flossing enough.
Now that doesn't make any sense.
I don't know. Talk to Kevin. He's the dentist.
I liked this. I liked how real it felt.
Just two guys going about their day job.
Yeah. So they push the cart, and it goes down a Donkey Kong roller coaster minecart ride.
I'm glad that was the first thing you thought of, too.
Yeah, of course. We grew up in exactly the right period that we associate minecarts primarily with Donkey Kong. And they get to the bottom where there's this big gathering of grubbins. And they recognize a bunch of people from town down there, still in their human disguises. Like, how much of the town is actually grubbins?
Yeah, I'm a little confused by how integrated the societies are and, like, what the end goal is.
Yeah, well, the end goal seems to be to steal nougat.
Right, but if they all just stayed in costume, could they not just acquire nougat?
Yeah, I think they do.
What's with this hostile takeover all of a sudden?
They need all the nougat. I don't think there's any, like, stated plan beyond getting all the nougat, right?
But, like, they clearly run the nougat mine.
Yeah. Maybe that's not where the nougat comes from anymore. Maybe that mine has been mined dry.
Oh.
Got to get their nougat from the stores now. All the nougat got mined out, and now it's all in the stores. So they have to get it back from the stores and put it back in the mine.
Deposit it in the mine cart like it came. I mean, it is all wrapped up.
Yeah, it's all bars.
Yeah.
Some of the people here they saw at that support group they ended up at last time.
Right.
Including Helen, the mail lady. There's this guy, Kevin, who's staying in his costume because he's having a bad hair day.
Kevin the dentist?
Is he the dentist?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. But yeah,
There's a lot of callbacks you missed.
Yeah, I guess so. He's played by Max Mittelman again.
I told you, he's every voice.
He's almost every voice. Lucy spots an exit from the cave, but just before they book it, they get interrupted by a stage show, and we're introduced to the boss of the monsters.
It's just some guy.
It's just some guy. This is not...
Some, like, Patrick Bateman CEO type guy.
This isn't the boss of the monsters in the game. I'm pretty sure the boss of the monsters in the game was this, like, witch lady. I've got to look it up real quick. Dorsilla, yeah.
Dorsilla.
She's like who you're working against for most of the game, though at the end, it turns out that she's working for a huge monster named Cadaverous Big Bones.
That's a great name.
Yeah, and I don't know, this guy, I don't hate this guy, but he just doesn't quite have the presence of Cadaverous Big Bones.
I feel like, I mean, yes, you're correct. I would prefer a giant big monster, but like, I kind of like this angle that they're going for, where it's just like a corporate takeover.
Yeah. Hold on, I found a picture of Cadaverous Big Bones. That's what he looks like.
Yeah, you would like him.
There was some kind of parallel between you and Dorsilla in the game, because she also had like a twin sibling who Something happened. I can't remember exactly. It's been a while since I played it. I should play it again.
Yeah.
In the game, it was a kind of like, this is where you might end up if you and your twin sibling don't learn to get along. And I thought that was like a nice angle that's kind of lost by having this guy be the boss, but
Yeah.
I don't dislike this guy either, so it's fine. This guy is Bob Dickerson, played by Christopher McDonald, whose face I knew, but I couldn't place exactly where I knew it from.
He almost looks like not 1-to-1, a young Tim Curry. Something in the face just kind of looks like him.
A little bit, yeah. I definitely know him from something. He's been in like a million things.
Right.
So I've definitely seen him in something. He apparently played Daryl in Thelma and Louise and Tommy Jefferson in Harry's Law, but I've never seen those.
No.
And he's in like Flubber. Maybe it's Flubber. I saw Flubber once when I was a kid. But he's in The Iron Giant? Who is he in The Iron Giant? I wouldn't know his face from that, obviously. He's Kent Mansley, a paranoid federal government agent sent to investigate sightings of the Iron Giant. Okay. So yeah, he's a big name in The Iron Giant. He also played Superman's dad, Jor-El, in the animated series. So I know his voice from that too.
I know that face. I've heard it before.
That's the thing! Like, I know his face, but I don't know why, because everything I could find that I recognized him from was animated. So it's like, I wouldn't know his face from the Iron Giant. Anyway, Bob's tossing nougat out to the crowd. The kids' costumes get brought on stage under a cloak. There's clearly going to be some kind of reveal. I thought it was really interesting. Ren puts on Helen's disguise, and it looks like it's just going to be extremely unconvincing, but then it like transforms her into Helen, including the voice.
Yeah, how else are you going to squeeze some of these monstrous forms into a human suit?
I guess so. I just want to know what's going on inside that costume.
A lot of smells, apparently.
Did Ren just become like a goo? Like the inside of a cocoon?
Maybe.
So she joins the crowd. Bob brings Jerry on stage and everybody laughs at him. Just immediately, just for being Jerry.
Jerry, would you step forward, please?
Hey, Jerry! What, did you trip over your tail and rubberize yourself?
Yeah, we all know a guy like Jerry, and his name is usually Jerry.
Like, he didn't even do anything. He didn't come on stage and trip or anything. He just comes on stage and everyone immediately bursts into laughter.
He doesn't even have a human suit yet. That's how much of a screw-up he is.
Bob talks about how they're at war with the costume warrior children. And Jerry is a hero for stealing the children's costumes. So he's earned his human suit.
Whoa!
And then a monster in the crowd asks,
I got a question. Why don't we just eat the children?
and Bob invites him up on stage to ask again. It's very clear immediately that there's a humiliation coming for this guy.
Obviously. I mean, the monster's so excited to go on stage because he doesn't realize it yet, but we all know.
Yeah. The monster's name is Chad. He's played by Trevor Duvall, who played Rocket Raccoon in the 2015 Guardians of the Galaxy animated series. He's the voice of Mac in Gears 5, and he plays Emperor Palpatine and Admiral Akbar in the Lego Star Wars series.
Oh.
Yeah, those are like the biggest name things, but he's done a ton of other stuff as well. There's a lot of big name voice actors in here who have done a lot of stuff. It's not all Max Mittelman. There's other people.
I really like Chad's design. I think he's great.
Me too. I really liked his voice as well. That voice paired with that design were really good.
Yeah.
Chad might be my favorite of all the monsters we've seen.
All the others are like really grotesque and slimy looking, but Chad's just this cool fuzzy guy.
Yeah, Chad has like a Monsters Inc. vibe, I think.
Kinda.
Yeah. So Chad asks his question again, why don't they just eat the children? And Bob punches him.
Because that would cause panic in the town. Then they can't do their secret plans.
It's a good point. It would upset the townspeople quite a lot if they ate their children.
Would it though? I'm on Chad's side.
I mean, it does seem like a significant proportion of the townspeople are these monsters, so...
I mean, probably not the parents of the children.
Yeah, what if the parents of the children are the only ones, though?
In a town of monsters.
I think we've seen Ren and Reynolds' dad, and that's it, as far as I can remember. He's the only parent I can remember seeing, at least.
Right.
He runs the, town tour.
Wait, didn't we see Everett's mom or something? She's a cop?
Oh, yeah, I think you're right, actually. Okay.
I don't know how I remembered that. I've remembered a surprising amount about this show, and it's frightening.
I didn't remember that much. I think all I remember from the first episode very clearly is Ren and Reynolds' dad being the tour guide, and I remember the old lady in the clock tower who still hasn't come up. Remember her?
I do.
Maybe we should just watch more of this show.
Just for fun.
Yeah. I'm getting interested, to be honest. We'll talk about that at the end. We haven't finished yet. So the monsters want all the nougat on Halloween night, and as far as I can tell, that's their only real plan.
Yeah.
That seems to be all they want. I'm like, just give them the nougat. You know?
Obviously, there's some kind of greater plan that we're not privy to.
I suppose.
Why would it have to be on Halloween night unless it was like a ritual?
I guess. But, nougat's not even that good.
It's not.
Just give them the nougat.
As somebody who's been on a nougat diet for the last 50 years, I could tell you.
So Ren, as Helen, stands up and announces that she wants the honor of destroying the costumes. And Bob is like, I like your initiative, Helen. Come on up here. And immediately I was like, wouldn't the real Helen notice that that's not her? And
she does.
And she does, yeah. That's exactly what happens. The real Helen in the crowd is like, wait, that's not me. So the kids grab the costumes and make a run for it. And Bob tells Jerry that if he wants his human suit, he's got to stop those kids. So Jerry's got some real incentive.
I just had a thought where, when we see the guy that keeps his suit on, it sets the precedent that her being in the crowd in the suit wouldn't be weird to begin with.
There's a bunch of people we see in the crowd wearing the suits still.
Yeah, it's mostly monsters.
It's definitely, that thing with Kevin where she asks him why he's keeping his suit on and he says he's having a bad hair day. That was definitely there to set the precedent of it's not that weird that they still got their suits on.
This show's pretty well written.
Yeah, it was good. We have the explanation, so it's not confusing.
Yeah.
So the kids, as they're running off down the cave, decide to throw nougat as a distraction, which just sort of worked, but not quite in the way they expected, I think.
Yeah, I kind of had the same thought. They just get real big and fill up the mine shaft.
Yeah, apparently the more nougat they eat, the bigger they get.
Forever.
And the floor collapses and they fall in. But Ren and the costumes fall in as well. Ren wants to save the costumes. She won't let her friends pull her up because she's trying to reach the costumes because they're on a ledge down below. But then Jerry crawls back up and they toss him more nougat to make him grow again so he falls and he drags the costumes down with him.
I have a lot of questions about this part.
Yeah?
Weren't we told in the first episode that, the guy who gave it to him was, telling him to be careful and, not let anybody else get them, and, they obviously have magical powers, so I'm kind of confused why all of the kids weren't more interested in getting them back?
Yeah. Well, I don't know, because at one point the kids are like, we can just go to Norm and get more.
Oh, that's true. They think that he just has, an infinite supply of magical costumes.
Yeah, but Ren doesn't want to go to Norm and get more because she says he's probably still on his fishing trip, even though they're pretty
Everybody
sure it
knows
wasn't.
He's not fishing.
Yeah. So I don't know, but they do end this episode without any costumes. So I wonder if they are going to go back to Norm and get more. I don't know. It would be nice to see some new costumes.
We do see them in different things in the opening,
Yeah,
but I
that's
just kind
true.
of assumed that they could use the powers of magic to, I don't know.
Or maybe next episode Reynolds will get a better costume than the magician.
Musician.
Yeah, I know. I nearly said musician. They were all not great. Like, I think the robot was the best of this set of costumes, but none of them were great.
I love the jellyfish.
Yeah?
I love the jellyfish.
Okay. But how do you feel about Abe Lincoln Jr.?
I don't really care about Abe Lincoln Jr.
Yeah, right. That's the one that they were all seemed the most invested in, and I'm like, nah, it's boring. It's dull.
Well, that's because it's like the Captain America or the Superman of their world.
Yeah, I suppose
like
so.
all the kids want to be Abe Lincoln Jr. because he's the hot IP.
Right. Who do you think is on Abe Lincoln Jr.'s Avengers team?
George Washington Jr. I don't know. All those old-timey presidents that have monuments and stuff.
Just all presidents. I'd like to think
Probably.
that Abe Lincoln Jr. would be the only president, and then that should be... Because, like, the Avengers, it's Captain America, but then it's not like Captain Canada and Captain Mexico,
That's not exactly a one-to-one, though.
Yeah, I suppose. Maybe this just is the Avengers team. Abe Lincoln Jr., robot, jellyfish, and magician.
Just like in old-time America.
Well, he's not Abe Lincoln. He's Abe Lincoln Jr.
Right, because I forgot 200 years passed between Abe Lincoln and his son to make it current.
Was Abe Lincoln 200 years ago?
I don't know if it was quite 200. Maybe.
I don't know anything about American history.
When was Abe Lincoln president? March 4th, 1861 to April 15th, 1865.
Wow. If only he was 200 years younger.
I get it. I can see what you did.
There's a callback to our last episode. Anyway, Bob Dickerson watches the kids leave the mine. He can't catch him because he's on the other side of the hole. But, you know, I liked how sinister he was.
Yeah. For a CEO type, pretty sinister.
Yeah, I do like him. I think although I feel like, you know, they miss out a little bit on the parallel with the twins angle, I do think that he does have more presence than Drusilla did as a character.
Yeah.
Because she kind of was just a witch.
Rude.
Now that I think about it. But he's got a bit more personality. So that's the end.
We did it.
We did it. I can't believe it ends with them just having no costumes.
Yeah, it's wild.
But this show, I guess I either I didn't pick up on it on the first episode or I didn't think it was going to be like that moving forward. But this show's a lot more serialized than I remembered.
Yeah. I was thinking it would be like disconnected.
Yeah, or not fully disconnected, but like not quite as... You know, if you missed an episode on this, you'd have no idea what was happening.
Right.
Like, imagine if you just came in on Jerry running through the woods with their costumes.
Imagine if you just came in on them not having costumes anymore.
Yeah. I guess they get away with that because they were on Amazon Prime, so there's no chance of you missing an episode.
That's a good point.
If you're gonna watch an episode, well, you know, if you've skipped an episode, it's your own fault at that point. It's a choice you've made. It's not something you can do by accident.
What if you fell asleep and you woke up and everything was strange and different?
That's what happened to me with Only Murders in the Building at the new season. And I was like, for God's sake, Disney Plus, I have no idea what's going on now. This is everyone's fault but mine.
Does it not have the are you still watching thing?
Are you still sleeping?
Because if you are, we'll keep your background noise going.
I don't know. We started the episode and then I like immediately fell asleep. So I woke up at the end and I was like, God damn it.
Right.
It's a good show though, if you haven't watched it.
Okay.
I think it's on Hulu for you. All the Hulu stuff's just on Disney Plus here.
I don't watch a lot of TV.
I don't either, but I'm watching that and it's fun. I pretty much only watch TV if I'm watching it with Mum. And I'm watching that with Mum. So anyway, yeah, let's talk about this show.
No, I don't want to. I'm done.
I enjoyed it. I like it.
I like it too.
There's a little bit of a like, we have Gravity Falls at home feel
kind
to
of.
it. But that's not, necessarily a bad thing.
It does so much of its own thing that the parallels aren't like obvious.
Yeah. No, it doesn't feel like it's like cribbing from Gravity Falls at all.
Right.
It feels like it's fully its own thing. It's just like, I feel like if you like Gravity Falls, this show is a very similar vibe. It's not quite as good as Gravity Falls, but it's good.
Yeah. It's fun.
Yeah, and I want to see where it's going. So I think I might watch more of it before next Halloween this time.
No, we're going to finish this show in 2063, doing it yearly.
I want to see what new costumes they get.
Yeah.
If they just get more of the same ones, I'm going to be real mad.
In the beginning, I'm telling you,
I know.
they showed a lot of costumes.
One of them,
there was a headless horseman.
I didn't take in
there
who
was
it
a
was.
nougat.
Yeah, I was good. I didn't take in who it was, but one of them is wearing the nougat mascot as a costume, and I'm assuming it was Reynolds, because who else would it be?
I was assuming that it was Ren, because I thought, it would make more sense.
Yeah, he's the nougat nerd.
True.
He's the one on the nougat diet.
I think just because the outfit of the Headless Horseman looked a lot like the magician. Oh yeah, he is the nougat. Okay. I'm watching it now. That makes sense. He was also an ice cream cone and a merman.
Oh. Yeah, so hopefully they'll go through a lot of costumes. Because in the game you get a lot of costumes. In the game, anybody can wear any costume.
Right.
You can just throw them on anyone.
You can be candy corn.
Oh yeah. Forgot about that. I still haven't.
I could never.
Maybe I should finally play Costume Quest 2 this year on stream. Skull Pirate Mike on twitch.tv.
Yeah, there's your spooky game for the year.
Well, not for the year. I'm playing Simulacra right now.
Right.
The game where you find someone's phone and you have to solve their disappearance by going through their messages.
You have to solve who was phone.
Yeah. It's pretty interesting. I struggle with games like that sometimes. I had a part where I struggled because there was a part where there were two other characters just arguing in the text messages, and I was not interested in their argument. I basically just had to sit and wait for it to play out.
Ugh, reading.
Yeah. Anyway, I guess we're done. Are we done?
We did it. We beat it.
We beat it.
Did you beat your record? What? Did you get a S rank? Did you clip off 10 seconds to finish this episode?
No, this is not. I wonder what our speedrun record is.
Our S rank episode is?
Yeah, whatever our shortest episode is. It might be part 2 of Rayman. I'm not sure.
I don't know. There've been a couple that we've struggled to do anything with.
We've struggled to get over the line. There have definitely been a few where we've been stalling for time at the end. Just talking about other stuff.
Talking about candy mines.
Hey, I wasn't struggling for time on this one. I just really wanted to talk about candy mines. That's different. Well, thanks for joining us, everybody.
Yeah.
As always, I would like to thank our Club VIPs, Mark Kelly and Jamie Kaur, and our Club Mesmeron, Eugene Lattig.
Weird freaks.
Yeah, I was waiting for you to say something about weird freaks.
I was trying to think of like a phrase to lead into it, but I was like, no, I think I said that last week. We're just gonna drop it.
If you'd like to join them in the Weird Freak Brigade, we would change the name of it from Club VIP to Weird Freak Brigade.
Or just Weird Freaks.
Leave a comment. Let us know if you'd like us to change the name of the tier to Weird Freaks.
We did that poll whether people liked the name in general or not, and we had 100% that they liked the name.
That's true, but that's because we only got one response.
That is representative of our audience as a whole.
If you'd like to join them, you can head to patreon.com/superbreakfastfriendsclub, where we have a bunch of special stuff. Outtakes from the show, secret bonus episodes. I mean, there's only one of those, but there'll be another by the end of the month.
We're working on it. It's a busy month.
Yeah. What else? like I said, I'm streaming. I'm Skull Pirate Mike. I do streams of things at twitch.tv/SkullPirateMike. You can find me there. You can find me on Blue Sky as well. Sometimes I put my art there.
I'm Mel. I'm preparing to cocoon for the season. Do not disturb me until spring.
Have you saved up enough nougat to last you the winter?
Oh yeah, we're fine.
Okay.
I found this nougat mine. We're good.
I cocooned in the nougat mine.
I'm just going to become goo inside of a nougaty center. Get out of my house.
Bye! Like, maybe it seemed like I was trying to waste time by talking about the
No,
candy
I was
mine,
kidding.
but-
I was kidding. I know you weren't.
I just really wanted to talk about my candy mine. I think about it all the time.